Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kelly Levine, the Closet Coach. I help professional organizers, interior designers, cabinet shop makers, and extremely talented DIYers design custom closets just like the pros. And today we're going to kind of revisit an old video that I did. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys really quick here. Hopefully this is going to be a pretty quick video. So I did a video. One of my first ones was called "How to Design a Narrow Closet," and it's posted on February 12th, 2019. So if you want to go back and watch that whole video, you can do that. But you can see that it was a 52-inch wide closet by 120 inches long. Like I said, this was my most favorite video. And a lot of people still, reach out and do comments. And I got a comment the other day from somebody who asked if this would work with a closet that was 100 centimeters by 300 centimeters. So I did some conversion math, and that is actually about 40 inches by 118. But I didn't know from his comment if this was the shape of the closet or if this was the shape of the closet. And there's a few other things, that could have happened in there, but I kind of guessed from his comments that, maybe this was the shape of the closet. And so the question is, will that work? Can you design a walk-in closet like this? And the answer is yes, with a few stipulations to keep in mind. Remember, hanging clothes basically hang out about 22 inches. So if you've got 40 inches, you're really left with about 18 inches, to walk through. I'm just going to use this. So this is going to be your walking area. So I have been in many closets where there was only about 18 inches to walk because there was, clothes hanging on both sides. It's not great, but hey, if that's the only closet that you have, it can work. The other thing that really will determine how good or bad this turns out is how much hanging clothes you have and how willing you are to learn how to fold. So we'll talk a little bit about that. If you've got this shape, it's not too bad. You can do double hanging on both sides. And then I would suggest, shelving in here, or maybe some, lower hanging. Let's just draw this out quick. Like I said, I don't think this is the shape of what he had, but I have seen closets like this. But you could do, the hanging on the ends. And you could have double hanging like that. And then I would suggest, leaving a good amount of space, because this is, this is narrow, to get back there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you still have, some with this dimension, you still got some decent space. I'm just going to draw these out singly to get, if you have to do more hanging, you could get hanging down there and shelves up here. If you want drawers, you could do drawers, but just make sure that they're not wider than 40 inches when they're fully pulled out. So if you did 14-inch drawers, which I would suggest so that you've, got room to walk through, to get through here to get these clothes that are going to be hanging in here and here. You'd need 28 inches, to get them fully pulled out so that you can actually get them installed. So it's going to be a little bit awkward. You're probably going to be standing a little bit to the side as you pull these drawers out. But if you really want drawers, you could potentially make that happen. I would not put hanging up here because it's going to, it's really going to fill that space up and you're going to have not a fun time getting back there. Okay, so it's pretty, easy to set it up. if it's shaped like this, and you can keep a lot of hanging on the ends. If you've got 40 inches, you know, that's 160 inches worth of hanging. And then, like I said, if you want to do a couple more, you could even get more, but 160 inches of hanging for, you know, the typical person is going to be more than enough. And so then in that case, you could do, you know, you could potentially do dresses here and have this be all shelves. Okay, so there's a lot of possibilities on this one, but the key is to keep that hanging on the sides. In this long case, which we're going to do, you know, more talking about. Let's just move this way over so we have more room. In this long case, I would still do what I did in my, you know, the original 52-inch wide, and I would put hanging in this very back wall. Because 40 inches is wide enough. Then, you know, the other thing, if you've got a space that's only 40 inches wide, chances are, depending on the kind of door, you probably don't have much wall down here. And depending on how the door opens, as an example, if the door opened in, you know, you're going to have to leave some space here. And I would potentially recommend leaving some space anyway if you've got this situation where you've got a very little wall there. Leave like 18 inches before you start, you know, your panels, because that's going to allow you to get in, and, you know, put some hooks or something here so that you're not wasting that space. If you can get a shelf in, kind of like I did on the other one, without blocking the door, go ahead and do that. But otherwise, you can definitely get some hooks here and, you know, use that space. But otherwise, you know, you're going to want to stay probably with a 12-inch system. Don't try to get, you know, deep stuff in this, or you're not going to be able to move. But you could do, if you wanted to do, I'm not really going to talk about drawers in here. You could do drawers, but either way, you could get, you know, a shelf here, and then you could have another set of shelves and or drawers and hanging. You can see you're probably going to get about 3 sections there. But what you don't want to do is, in my opinion, you don't want to do double hanging here on this side here, because you're going to have, you know, a really tight time getting through there. Now, if you want to do something like this and keep the rod low below your eye level, then getting through 18 inches might not be that bad. So you could do this as mid, and then you know, depending on how much hanging you need, you could do, you know, either a mid or a lower double. But what I would suggest, if you've got a closet like this, is learning how to fold. And I wanted to show you guys something that you can do pretty easily, and that is get some baskets. So if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to have the expensive drawers, or if you think this is just too tight of a closet, you don't want to put a ton of dollars in there, get some good shelving set up and then learn how to fold. You can get an incredible amount of clothes in this closet if you're folding correctly, using baskets kind of as drawers, and it's not that hard to do. So if you're, you know, game for really utilizing your space, you can do some folding like this. So this is, you know, 5 pair of jeans. If you've got a closet like this one, you know, don't go hanging your jeans up on a hanger and take up all that, you know, beautiful space. This is 5 pair of jeans. If these were hanging on a hanger, you know how jeans get all bulky and, you know, they take up a lot of hanging space. So learn to fold your jeans, learn to fold your t-shirts or whatever else you can, and use shelves that way. Or keep your rods low. And so let's just quickly draw out this I'm not going to take the time to draw the hanging that's on the back wall because that's pretty obvious, I think. But you're going to have your hanging back here. And this is going to be your double hanging. And then you're going to leave your 27 inches so that it's not even tighter than it already is. So, it's going to start here. We're going to leave 18 inches by the door. I'm assuming that there's not much room by this door. There could be, and then you could, then that's a bonus. You just get another shelf. Definitely don't put hanging up to that door no matter what, because you won't be able to shut it at all. But you can see here that you can definitely get some nice shelving and probably have space. If you need dresses, you could get a rod and a shelf here, some nice shelves above there. I'm just going to draw these single to keep this one quick. And shelves on both of these. Maybe leave space for laundry at the bottom, and have some shelves going all the way up here. So, and then this could be, the same thing. Could fit another laundry under here, and obviously shelves or drawers, or you could, put more shelves up here and have another lower rod down here. When you've got a closet this narrow, please keep your rods as you're walking by, if at all possible, below your eye level. And that's going to really widen it up a little bit. So I hope this helps. It can be done. It will be tight, but you definitely can get a ton in that closet. So that's what I've got for you today. Let me know what your questions are. You guys, when I get questions on this stuff, what I do is, I'll try to do a video to help you out. I'm also trying to figure out how to go live. And as far as I can see, I've got YouTube enabled. I've got the correct Zoom account, but it still is not letting me go live. So if there's any techies out there that know potentially what's holding me up, it says everything is enabled and verified, but who knows, something's stopping it. But I do want to be able to jump on live and show you guys some quick videos like this and potentially get some questions in the meantime as well. That's what I've got for you today. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll figure out how to go live by then. Take care.